And I think for, I feel like for having five different buyers at the same time, right? I'm thinking like, oh my gosh,
Love
that's a
that.
lot of showing. That's a lot.
I love that.
I'm driving everywhere. Like, like this person wants to see, five houses on Saturday. This person wants to
Mhm.
see four houses on Saturday, and that's the only day. How do you manage that?
Right? Thank you, Victoria. I
Do
love
you
that chaos, dude.
use showing
Yeah,
agents? How
yeah.
do you, I
Mm-mm,
mean,
mm-mm.
because, if I have five listings, it's pretty easy to manage, right? But if I have five buyers that all want to see houses that are all very active, how do you manage something like that?
Well, now
Yeah,
it's easy because we're not scrambling.
right,
Get an offer in by the end of
right.
days.
Hmm.
Yeah, 2021, 2022, hectic as it was still fun.
Yeah,
I do enjoy this pace a lot more. This reminds me of, 2016, 2017, where you could take somebody to five places, give them 2 or 3 days to think about it.
yep,
And in those 2 or 3 days, then you go show other people
yep,
places.
yep.
And I always put a limit on how many houses I show one individual. I've had to break that rule twice ever, and that was in the chaos of 2022. But I don't show more than 4 or 5 houses to a single person in one day. It's too crazy for them. They're not
Hmm.
used to it. That
Hmm.
to me, that hinders their ability to make a solid decision when you go past that amount. Well, I'm always able to break up my days. And I have not yet run into a Saturday or Sunday that I've had 4 or 5 people go, no, 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 we need this time block that you have, and we don't have anything else. I'm always able to plug people
Hmm.
in where they need to be plugged in.
So when I was buyer heavy, there were several Mondays where I'd come in and I'd have seven escrows open, Marco. So it's a matter of, like Victoria said, you tell the clients on Friday, because I legit had exactly which is what I love, because then you're nonstop busy. So it's like Friday from, 10 to 2, I'm working with client A. From take a break, get some food. From 3 to 6, I'm working with client B. Client D Saturday from 10 to 2. Client C, the next one is 3 to 7, whatever. And then the same thing Sunday, you break it up. And with technology and stuff, it's, you go home that night, you tell the client A, hey, I got five more showings when we're done today. When I get back to my office, I'll do this, I'll run the comps, all that kind of jazz. Then you kind of stacking the offers up together.
Yep.
So let
If
me
you,
ask you
if,
guys, let me
yeah.
interrupt this on both of you guys.
Mhm.
Have you guys ever used a showing agent?
Oh,
Is there a reason why you wouldn't use a showing agent?
my answer is because I feel nobody can do what I do when I'm working with the buyer and help
Okay.
control the situation and answer the questions with the experience and expertise. I'm sure Victoria's going to kind of be in the same wheelhouse response. What do you say, Victoria?
I'm sorry, I had three different things just going on. Again.
Oh, Marco.
Showing agent.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go, right there.
Oh,
Mark,
showing
yeah,
agent.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I had to use a showing agent just this past summer, and that had to do with a position that I took up that led me to Durango, Colorado. So I was out of town
Yeah.
for 7 months essentially, and my son was
Wow.
looking for a house. Yeah, and I had to call up a few
Yeah.
friends a
How did
couple
it
times.
go? What's your experience? Would you do it again?
No, I would not do it again. In
Yeah.
fact,
Okay.
I
See?
ended up
See?
leaving that Durango position to come back here. You can't sell
Mm.
Phoenix real estate when you're not in Phoenix.
Well,
Plain and
and you
simple.
can't, and again, no, there. So the buyer and you have established a relationship. You have a rapport. They're
Yes.
trusting you for the single largest expensive purchase in their lifetime. So I've always felt pawning them off. Hey, Marco's not, no offense, Marco. I'm just giving you an example. Hey, Marco's going to be the one that shows you this house is Saturday, because I'm showing Stacy houses at the same time, and Stacy's
Yeah,
prettier than Mark than you are. Blah blah blah. Whatever the case may be. But it loses your value. That's the
it
same
does.
concept when you have somebody call a team, right? Because I've gotten people over the years that they'll call on a listing and it's a team, and then they go meet the first person on the team, and all of a sudden the next person that they're
Yeah.
talking to is somebody's going to show them houses. It's not the same person they talked to, so all of a sudden they're just getting passed down, which is then they're like, I'm done. They walk away, and then they
Yeah.
Google. You know what I mean? It's kind of like being a control freak in a
Yes.
sense. Yes, yeah, but it's true though, right? Because once you get that rapport and once you have that relationship, I've always said connections before commissions. So the more you know the
Yes.
person, the more you understand how to read their facial expressions and their body language. You're looking at houses. They've all been looking at houses for 2, 3 years on Zillow and Trulia and Realtor.com, all that kind of jazz. So now you're just kind of helping them understand, hey, look, I know you've only seen five houses, but you've actually seen probably 4,000 houses.
Yes.
Well, we're just now walking through them physically. So if this one checks all your boxes, don't be afraid to say, hey, Chris, let's make an offer.